Pando killed the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody trying to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'll punch you in person. I know this is an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, but they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Bust their head.
ODing on a beat, Narcan flow. We outside. We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One west sleeve stretch, do it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing. Click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block, tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they Play-Doh. Soldiers giving Halo, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up. All cause my delivery. I be on that prime shit. Take you time to get with me. Got me like Vladimir. Treat you like the Ukraine. Raid your little city, now you boating like Usain. Scope costs more than the rifle. I got new aim, fresh kick, spit with the blick. Not my shoe game. Used to have a dirty 30 tied to a shoestring. Now I got that Ruger 5 and 7. That's my boot thing. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I don't talk hardly, be there when you call me. Send them Philly clippers at your head like a baldy. Chopper get to run down your block like a Harley. No, this ain't a big hog, this the big dog.
In your city, swinging through the jungle like it's pitfall. In the water wading, marching to my cadence. Big burst of thunder in my hands like I'm reading. Shitty little combat sounds, but I ain't playing.
Look 'em in the eye before the war like a weigh-in. I'm up in the AM, politicking movements with that Draco from the vid because it's proven. Waiting on my brother how to bid, he ain't do shit. That's how life go. Win some, you lose. Seen a little nigga beat a big nigga out his shoes. Seen that nigga come back, pull up with a gun strap, rob everybody outside, told him run that. We outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. Before the COVID had the mess and we was outside. My Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. It's one west for that bag and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. We outside, and we outside. Outside, yeah, we outside. We outside, yeah, we outside. There's one west on them corners and we outside. We outside with it.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, and this and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I'll tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive us for forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fail. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. Or if you take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times and it's death do us part. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name. So you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing. Ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Been giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she leave me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
All right, it's working. It's working. Let me see. Let me see. Slaggy about that. Oh shoot. Shoot. 1 2 3 testing. 1 2 3 testing. Oh shoot. Shoot. 1 2 3 testing. 1 2 3 testing. All right, we are Swab, right? All right. Everybody clap it up. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatam to all the brothers. Shalom out there, Hashem Yahshua to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the D Community, Junior Honor. Since 1969, we've been teaching that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And as you all know, I know everybody in the world is riled up about riled up about what happened in Montgomery, Alabama. Everybody's riled up about it. Oh, man. Hold on. Hey. As you all know, everybody is very riled up about what happened in Alabama, Montgomery. It's like Montgomery, Alabama. Everybody's riled up about it. I tell you, you see what happened in Montgomery? You didn't see it? Oh. You watch General Muhammad's class on it? No. Oh, you didn't watch General Muhammad's class? Dang, you're going to have to go back and watch that class because that class was amazing. That class, it was pretty beautiful. It was amazing. But I know everybody's riled up about what happened in Montgomery, Alabama, because a lot of brothers and sisters, we don't see a lot of that. Like, I bet you a lot of brothers and sisters was surprised seeing that. Very surprised, joyful. A lot of brothers seeing that was probably in their rooms celebrating, seeing that. But yes, a lot of people were surprised because it's not often that we see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans standing up for each other. It's not often. I mean, it's often here in the ISUBK, but for brothers and sisters out in the world, it's not often for them that they see a lot of brothers helping each other like that, standing up for someone who can't stand up for themselves. And you don't see that a lot. And that's why a lot of brothers and sisters were surprised seeing that. I was very surprised seeing that. I was surprised seeing that too. I was very surprised, and it gave me more motivation. It made me happy seeing our people stand up for each other, because we do not stand up for each other enough here in America. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the brother did stand up for himself.
Oh yeah, he did stand up for himself, but he was by himself though. That's the problem. Right. He was by himself.
In Israel, we're no cowards.
Yeah, we are no cowards. Out in the world, we have, like General Muhammad said, we have a bunch of prayer warriors. Right. Yeah, we have a bunch of prayer warriors. We don't need prayer warriors. We need actual warriors. We need actual warriors, not prayer warriors. They're saying, I'm going to pray for you. They're sitting back and watching that. A bunch of prayer warriors would have watched that brother get beat up. They would have stood back and said, no, on the sideline saying, no, that's wrong. You shouldn't do that. And I'm going to pray for that brother. But nah, real warriors are going to help that brother. Going to stand up for that brother like those brothers and sisters that stood up for that brother in Montgomery. But that's what we need. We need more warriors. Not someone who's just going to pray for you and hope the best for you. We need more warriors. But Like I said, everybody was very surprised when that happened. And they give us hope. They give us hope. Can you get Zephaniah 2:1? Because this saying this gives us hope that the brothers and sisters can come together. Maybe come 2:1. Can maybe come together. They came together, and look what happened. They came together. The brothers and sisters came together and worked together, and look what happened. Look what happened. I'm gonna tell you, that was real justice right there. That was real justice what happened in Montgomery. It was real justice. You got it? Go ahead and read it when you got it.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
No, we should be separate. Or instead of helping a brother or helping him whenever he's in need, we should be separate and just mind our own business.
Gather yourselves together.
No, we should all be independent, not worrying about brothers and sisters, not worrying about them and their problems and their struggles. We just worry about our own problems and carry on with our own lives.
Gather yourselves together.
The Bible says, gather yourselves together. We have to gather together like the brothers and sisters gathered together to help that brother. They gathered together and helped that brother whenever he tried to help himself, but he couldn't do it because there was more oppressors. There was more oppressors out there beating him up. There was a few of them. But them gathering together, them being out there and gathering together, they was able to overpower them. They was able to help that brother. Now imagine if they wouldn't have helped that brother. It would have been another story about a brother getting beat up on the docks and oppressors getting away with it. It would have just been another story like that. Those oppressors, I bet you they did not know. They didn't think at all that those brothers and sisters were going to come and help that brother. They thought they was going to be able to beat him up and be able to carry on what they did. And be able to get away with it. But no. That brother had backup that day. That brother had the backup. Yeah, backup. And that's not something that everybody sees. It's not often that you see that. And that's why it shook everybody. It shook everybody because it's not common to see something like that. It's very rare, actually. But here in ISBK, we're going to make it something that's not rare. It's not rare in ISBK, that's for sure. Because we help our brothers. We come out and help our brothers when they're in need. When they're struggling and in danger, we're going to help them. That's what we need. More. That's what our people need. We need more brothers and sisters like that. They're gonna dig deep and help their brothers and sisters. I bet you that day, brothers and sisters did not think of themselves. Because other brothers and sisters in the world that was thinking of themselves would have been more like, oh, no, if I go up and beat these people up, I'm going to end up in prison. No, sorry, brother. Can't help you. Can't do nothing. But no, these brothers didn't even think about themselves. They wasn't thinking about themselves this time. They was thinking about their brother. They didn't care if they was going to prison or not. They was going to stand up for this brother. And that's what we need. We need more like that. We need more brothers and sisters like that. It was very rare what happened. Very rare. But go ahead and read that again.
Gather yourselves together. You gather together. O nation not desired.
We have to gather together because we are the nation that's not desired. Like, understand, we are not desired here in America. We are so not desired that our oppressors, nobody's going to help us. Nobody here is going to help us at all. No other nation is going to help us. And those oppressors, in their mind, they're thinking that they can do whatever they want because ain't nobody gonna help us. They in their mind, they thinking Nobody is gonna come and help this brother. Nobody's finna defend this brother. Nobody. So I can do whatever I want. I can beat him up, lay him flat on the ground, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. But no. What do we gotta do?
Gather yourselves together.
We have to gather together and help each other. That was a perfect example of us gathering together to help one another.
Right.
That was a perfect example of what happened in Montgomery. Because ain't nobody else is gonna help us. But look what happens when we help each other. When we help each other. And I mean, that's not the only thing that we have to gather together in. It's not the only thing. We need to gather together in other aspects too. We need to gather together here in the Isupk, in the truth. We need to gather together. And keep on going.
You gather together, O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. We are not desired. Nobody else is going to help us. So we have to come together and gather together to help each other. We have to gather together to help each other. And that was a beautiful thing that I seen happen in Montgomery. It was so beautiful. It gave me joy. I don't know if it gave you joy. Did it give you joy, Tazia? When you seen that?
No.
Hell yeah, it gave everybody joy. It gave me joy because that is not often that you see other brothers helping each other. Most videos, we end up actually, General Muhammad brought out something that was very important because seeing that video, most brothers would have seen it and just scrolled off because they knew how it was going to end. They knew already how it was going to end. They seen it and they were like, nah, that brother finna get beat up and nobody finna help him. Say it again.
That brother was going to get shot or killed.
Yeah, he was going to get shot or killed and nobody was going to help him.
Yeah.
But then something that actually like struck me when General Muhammad was talking about was it had said, watch till the end.
Right.
Watch till the end on there. They had to tell you to watch to the end because so many brothers and sisters are trained to see a video of us, something like that happening, and just automatically know that we finna get beat up. Automatically know that, man, I don't want to watch that. I'm finna switch from it. Go ahead.
No, I didn't get a chance to watch General Muhammad's class.
Damn, you just damn.
Like
No, you 12. I mean,
but I was guilty of that. I was going through my Facebook, and it was a long video. It was like 8 to 10 minutes.
that same video?
Yeah. And I looked at it, and then I said, and then I saw the beginning. I said, I already know what's gonna happen.
Damn, see?
But I was guilty of that because then I tried to slow down, but I read the thing and said, watch to the end. And I didn't watch it on my class. And I stopped watching, and that's when that cat put up.
Damn, see?
Liking it.
You didn't think that was gonna happen. What did you in your mind think was gonna happen?
I definitely thought the brother was gonna get shot.
Damn, see, you thought he was gonna beat up, shot, or kill.
Yeah,
That's what you done.
As soon as he threw that hat and he squared up, I said, somebody gonna shoot him.
Damn.
And I don't like watching those videos, so I was
Damn.
ready to scroll, but then it said, watch to the end. So I did.
Damn.
And it showed the brothers coming off the boat.
Yeah, it showed them brothers coming out on there and stepping up for that brother. I didn't shed a tear at all. I didn't feel bad at all.
Oh.
Yeah, because you don't ever see that. You don't ever see Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans getting justice. When do you see us getting justice here in America? Never. It's crazy. The Lord had his hand there that day. He had his hand there. And he gave Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans an example of what happens when we come together. He gave us a perfect example right there. When we stick together and come together. See, he showed you can't do it on your own. We can't do it by ourselves. But when we come together, we can do it. We can do a lot of things when we come together. Imagine how many things we could get done if we came together. Imagine if we came together to help each other, imagine how many things we could get done. You have something?
Yeah, something that struck me about that was how when the first round, how everything settled for a little bit.
Yeah.
How they still stuck around, those Edomites. Like they still stayed there. They didn't move.
That is true.
Yeah, we got this. You know?
Yeah, and they hard. Yeah, and they thought they was that these people was never gonna touch us. Like, man, they're not gonna touch us.
And they saw the boat coming. They saw the staff members lining up to get out the boat. And they just stuck around like, hey, what?
Yeah, and see, he had that. That shows you how much pride our oppressor has.
Right.
He's like, he has so much pride. He's like, nah, ain't nobody gonna touch us. When ain't nobody gonna touch us. But his pride had destroyed him. Pride destroyed him because he didn't know was that brother had brothers there that day to stick up for that brother, and they was ready to throw hands. They was ready to throw hands that day, and they sure did throw hands because that whole family got beat up. That whole family got served. They got what they deserved. Exactly. Yeah. That was beautiful. But yeah, we have to come together for these things to happen. Imagine if we didn't come together. Imagine if we didn't come together for the mission to Apostle. Do you think it would have gotten done if we didn't come together? No, it would have never gotten done. But what did we do? We came together. We came together and we got brothers together, and we got that mission done. We got it done because we came together. So imagine if Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans all came together. Imagine what more we can get done. Imagine what things we can get done if we came together. If we all came together and kept the law, statutes, commandments, this place would be done overnight. Like Cap says, this place would be just through. So Blacks, Hispanics, and Native, we need to start gathering together and working together instead of trying to be to do everything on our own. The Lord is trying to gather us together. He's trying to get us to gather together. I mean, he gave you a sign. He literally gave you a sign of what happens when we come together. That's a sign right there of what happens when we come together. We could do a lot more if we came together. We read that scripture again?
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Ye gather together. O nation not desired.
You gotta gather together, O nation not desired. Because ain't nobody else is gonna help the communities that are suffering and the poor. Nobody else is gonna help the ghettos or the brothers and sisters that are suffering in the ghettos. Nobody's gonna help them. So what do we have to do? We have to gather together and fix those problems that we're having. Fix the communities. We gotta fix it together. Because our oppressor is not gonna help us build our community back up. He's the one who destroyed it in the first place. He destroyed our communities. He destroyed the things. He destroyed everything. I mean, when we came together to build Wall Street, he destroyed it. He destroyed it. But what we got to do is gather together and keep these laws, statutes, commandments. We got to gather together to follow after what the Most High has ordained us and told us to do. Because then that's when we'll be unstoppable. Nobody will be able to come against Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans when we do that. But the spirit that was on that dock that day, that was in Montgomery that day, was the same spirit that's here in ISUPK. It was the same spirit that's here in ISUPK. Standing up for your brothers. I mean, that's what it's all about, standing up for your brothers. But, I mean, the Lord chooses a man to go out and help his brothers, to go out and get his nation to follow after the law, statutes, commandments, to look after his brothers and sisters, to teach his brothers and sisters how to love one another, to teach his brothers and sisters that we got to come together, that we have to join together. We've always been trying to let me put it like this. The Lord has always been trying to get us to come together to do the right thing. We've always been trying to be separate or try to veer off and join with our oppressors. But us joining with our oppressors is not going to help. Us joining hands in hand with them is not going to help. With a thief, us joining hands with a thief, someone is going to steal from you, is not going to help. We're trying to join hands with our oppressor, and he's a thief stealing from us, taking from your pocket, not helping you gain money. He's taking from our pockets until we have no money. Now we have nothing.
I think the word you wanted to use is deter.
Yeah, it deterred. The water. Deterred, but we've got to gather together because this other nation is trying to separate us. He's trying to separate us so that we can't help each other because he knows that is our greatest strength. He knows that's our superpower. Us gathering together to work together. Well, what's that one show? The Ant Life or something like that?
Yeah.
They had that. Yeah, with the grasshoppers. He had a scene, that scene where it was saying like, damn, I forgot what the scene like. Do you know the scene? Yeah. What did it say?
The one grasshopper threw one seed at him. He was like, see, they can't do nothing to us. That doesn't hurt. And then he unlocked the whole jar of seeds. And he was like, they can run us over, kind of thing.
Yeah. He's pretty much saying like maybe one of them might not be able to do anything to you, but when they all come together, they'll be able to destroy us all. When they work together, they'll be able to destroy us all. Well, if one of us might not be able to do anything on our own, but when we come together and we follow after the Most High and what He told us to do, we become unstoppable to be able to go up against our enemies. We become unstoppable. But yeah, the spirit that was on that dock that day, that was in Montgomery, is the same spirit that was in Isupk. The same spirit. And that's the spirit that's the spirit our brothers and sisters gotta have. To stand up for their brothers, stand up for the brothers and sisters who can't stand up for themselves. Give me Exodus chapter 2 and verse 11. Because I'm gonna show you some because someone else did that. This is an example of another brother who did the exact same thing. Exodus chapter 2 and verse 11. No.
Chapter 2, verse 11.
Can I go ahead and read?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown.
See, now hold on. Now, you know the story. Everybody knows the story of Moses, right? Now, this is Moses when he had later grown up. This is Moses when he later grew up. But keep on going.
That he went out unto his brethren.
Now, Moses, he was going out, taking a good stroll, walking around, seeing all the things that was going on to his brothers. He was seeing all his brothers doing the hard labor, doing their work, their daily work, and they're going through their daily struggles. But keep on going.
And looked on their burdens.
And he was seeing all the burdens. He was seeing all their burdens, seeing all their struggles, seeing the hard labor that they was going through. Will keep on going?
And he spied an Egyptian smiting in Hebrew.
Hold on. And he was spying on the Egyptian. He was spying on one of the oppressors that was beating one of his brothers. They was just beating him up. What was going on in that bridge? Those oppressors was beating that brother up, right? They was doing the exact same thing. But this Egyptian was beating up this brother. He was beating up this brother. And they're probably gonna beat him up to death. Yeah. But keep on going.
One of his brethren.
One of his brethren. This was one of his brethren. This was one of his brethren. Just like on the dock, all his brethren was watching that brother getting beat up. They was watching the oppressors beat up that brother, feeling the anger. But keep on going to verse 12.
Verse 12. And he looked this way and that way.
Hold on, what? Moses was like,
Right.
looking around like, all right, I'm finna help this brother and make sure nobody sees me, because I ain't trying to get in no trouble. I ain't trying to have no trouble come my way. But keep on going.
And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian.
Hold on. He's like, all right, there's nobody can see me. So hold on. So he did what?
He slew the Egyptian.
Moses slew the Egyptian. He killed the Egyptian. He was like, man, you messing with my brother, you finna get a piece of me.
Right.
But keep on going.
And hid him in the sand.
And he hit him in the sand. And what did Moses just do?
He saw his brother get attacked, and then he went to defend him, and then he killed the Egyptian.
Yep.
And then got rid of the evidence.
Is that? He was covering up the evidence. He's like, oh, gotta hide the evidence. But yeah, he did the exact same thing that the brothers and sisters that was on the bridge or on the dock did. Those brothers and sisters on the dock saw their brother getting hurt, saw their brother getting beat up by these oppressors, and they did what? They came and defended their brothers. They defended him by going and catching hands with these oppressors. And that's the same thing that Moses did. Well, the brothers and sisters didn't unalive these oppressors, but Moses unalived this Egyptian. But he was doing it out of protecting his brother, because he felt something inside of him that he felt something that he should have protect his brother. Go.
Sorry, it's like I said earlier, when I was watching the video the first time, because it's history, it happens all the time, I already assumed like 10, 15 seconds into the video that brother was going to get killed.
That's true.
I mean,
That's true. I think a lot of us did, actually. I think mostly all of us, but then that keep on watching until the end,
right.
That probably, a lot of brothers and sisters probably seen
it. That Moses did the same thing. If I don't step in, that he's going to kill my brother.
Exactly. If Moses would have never stepped in, the Egyptian probably would have killed his brother.
Right.
Just like that oppressor. I mean, our brother would have never got justice. He would have just been, he would have got beat up, and he could have died. You know how old that brother was?
60-something.
Yeah, he was like 60-something years old. They could have punched him one time in the head, and he could have been done. Could have died, and nobody would have done anything about it. And nobody would have done anything about it. They would have been like, all right. Well, the crazy thing is, they're not really reporting on this. Actually, they're not really saying too much about this or this story. But when it comes to an oppressor killing another brother, they're fast to say like, it's crazy because they're fast to blame it on the brother. Like what happened with the brother on the train? They blamed it on the brother. They blamed the. It's crazy. It's crazy because this oppressor killed that brother that was on a train, and now they just straight up blamed it on the brother for being loud on the train, for being in distress, for going through poverty. I mean, what?
Even with that brother, the oppressor already had him restrained.
Exactly.
There was no need to go further.
Exactly. There was no need to go further. They already had him.
He didn't unlock his guillotine. He didn't unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was telling him to let him go, let him go.
But he didn't.
But he didn't have to. But then nobody really stepped in and put hands on that man. It was just arguing and yelling.
Mm-hmm. Bunch of prayer warriors.
That's not what happened the other day.
That's not what happened the other day. The brothers did not help that brother that was on the train. They did not. Mm-hmm. They did not help that brother that was on the train. When it came to that point, that brother ended up being unalive because of the oppressor. And then the oppressor ended up, I think he ended up getting bailed out. Or something like that. Hold on, I have to make sure on that one. But I can look that up for you. But like I think they were like doing like a fundraiser or something for that oppressor. Something.
He was a Marine.
Yeah, some Marine or something. They were saying that like PTSD. But
we got we got PTSD too.
Of course, we got PTSD. We got PTSD from all the. Think about it. We still have not recovered from the trauma and the destruction that we have received from our oppressors, from slavery. We haven't recovered from that, and we haven't had anybody to be able to help us recover from that. We're still suffering from the effects of slavery. Yeah, that's true. Yep, we are a nation that's not desired. Nobody. But exactly, us coming together under the Most High. Nobody else is gonna help us. Nobody at all. But we still suffer from that to this day. And our oppressors look at it like, you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. It's crazy because like going through all that and having to go around and look at your oppressors in the face, that's traumatizing. That's very traumatizing because now we have to go around and hear these people tell you, hear these people yell at you at work. I have to go around and hear these people. I mean, we're still in slavery. We have to go around and hear these people boss us around and say, "Oh no, you're fired." Or
you remember that lady, that slave owner?
Yeah. We have to go around here and these people say, "You belong to me."
She was just talking about our schedule, but she had to throw that in there.
She did.
I'm in charge of your time. You belong to me.
Yeah.
That shit hurt.
It does hurt. It does hurt. We're still in captivity. We're still in hell.
She's right though.
Exactly. Like, we got to understand that we are not in a place that we should be trying to get rest. We should be in a place that we should be trying to fight back. This isn't the time to separate and try to veer off on your own. This is the place that we should be gathered together, because nobody desires us, and we got enemies that are picking us off one by one. We got enemies that are trying to destroy us. So we got to gather together so that we all don't get destroyed. We have to gather together under the Most High, hoping that we will pass by His judgment. Praying to the Most High that we will be passed by His judgment. We won't receive His judgment. Man, can you get Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21? Uh, 21. Because we don't understand that a lot of our brothers and sisters, what happened in Montgomery was it was a beautiful thing that happened. And actually, hold on, before I go on, the crazy thing is, So you saw the video. So you know the brother that jumped in the water? Yeah, the brother that jumped in the water to swim over there. They was calling him like Aquaman. And Ark, I think it meant like brother or something was what they were saying. Or I mean, yeah, Ark does mean brother, but Aqua or some Aquaman. But Ark means brother. That brother was definitely being a brother. He was being a brother because he was going to help the other brother. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh shoot. I think it was like a Facebook post I see. But yeah. But go ahead on Proverbs 11 and 21.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand.
Hold on. Don't hand join in hand. Don't we join hands with our oppressors? Because a lot of brothers and sisters don't understand that we shouldn't be joining hands with our oppressors. But a lot of our brothers and sisters in the world do. They're joining hands with our oppressors, trying to gather together with them when they're gathering together with the wrong people. Our brothers and sisters who joined hand in hand with our oppressors would have gone against what happened in Montgomery. They would have said, no, that was wrong. You shouldn't have been hitting those oppressors like that. You shouldn't be hitting them like that. Our brothers and sisters who don't want to see Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans get justice would go against that. They would go against, they would say those brothers was wrong, was in the wrong. I mean, but I think General Muhammad was saying that it was defense what that brother was doing. You know, the brother with the chair, it was defense. He had every right to hit it. Like it was defense. But the police came up in there and they took that brother down. I seen that. But don't hand join in hand, because our people love to join hands with the people who do not love them. And today they are starting to really show the hatred towards us. They're really starting to show that hatred towards, the KKK movement is out here. They're out here. I think I've seen the article. Let me see if I can. I got the article. I think I'm finna send the article through the computer. Do you know how to do the thingy on there? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me just search it up. It's like
We do join hand in hand.
we do join. Oh, I got it. Here we go. I'm gonna send it on the thingy. Hold on. Is she going back? Yeah, you see it? Okay. And it should pull up. But yeah, we join hand in hand with people, and these people are out here hating us. These people are out here showing the hatred, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And our people got to wake up and see the hatred that they're showing us. Our people should be getting tired of how these oppressors are treating us. Con, go ahead.
The title of the article reads, Black musician sues white supremacist group that allegedly attacked him.
Man, these people out here are attacking brothers. Like, this is a white supremacist group who wears masks to just like the KKK did. Right. They wear a mask and got all these shields and the shield. What do you call those shields? Riot shields or something like that? Right. Yeah, they got the riot shields made out of metal, and they're attacking this brother. Right. But go on.
A Boston musician has filed suit against white supremacist group Patriot Front nearly a year after he claimed members of the organization beat him on the street.
He said these people beat him on the street. Keep on going.
Charles Merle III, a black musician, teacher, and musician, was near Boston Public Library on July 2nd, 2022, when he was approached and beaten by a group of Patriot Front members.
Damn, hold on, don't skip that. They approached him. They approached him and beat him. What does that sound like to you? That sounds like the KKK. I mean, it is the KKK. They out here beating up brothers. They out here showing their hatred toward blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're showing it. And it's going to get to the point where they are going to be out here boldly showing their hatred toward them or toward us. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native, we got to choose a side. We got to choose a side because it's going to get real bad out here. We say it's going to get very ugly out here in America. And determining on what side you're on is going to determine your survival. Because you on the side of your oppressors, you're not going to survive. You're not going to survive here in America. But if you are on the side with your brothers, you're most definitely going to have a fighting chance. If you come up in here in Isupk and get under the Most High, the Lord is going to protect you. You're going to be under the protection of the Lord. But keep on going.
Okay. The white supremacist group performed a march down the Boston Freedom Trail carrying banners reading, "Reclaim America."
Oh, what? Reclaim America. Reclaim America. These people are marching with banners saying "Reclaim America." Reclaim America. I wonder what other people think is not gonna. They're not gonna think about how. They're not gonna think of this as to be. Let me put it like this: the way that they want to reclaim America is not the way that other people are thinking they're trying to reclaim America. And in their minds, they're thinking that they want to reclaim America back into the old ways where slavery used to go on. That's the ways they want to go back to. These people don't want to go back to. They don't want to join hand in hand with us. They don't. These people don't want to join hand in hands with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They want to stay on top of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and they can see that they're losing. They're losing this place. That they're losing their power and their rulership. But keep on going.
And fascist imagery.
Keep on going.
The suit alleges that the group encountered Merle on the sidewalk and proceeded to punch, kick, and beat him with their metal shields.
Man, they was punching and kicking and beating this brother with their metal shields. I mean, now. Keep on going.
The men were unidentifiable due to face coverings, except for the group leader, Thomas Ryan Razum.
What is that? No, I mean, what does that remind you of? Well, who else wore masks back in the day? The KKK. I mean, they all got the spirit of the KKK. You know what I mean? Even the KKK is out here, but like they have the spirit of them. And they only have hatred towards you. Because does that sound like they have love for you or blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Beating brothers with shields, like kicking them. Go ahead.
The man was at near a library.
Oh, he was just near a library.
He was probably outside returning a book or waiting on the bus or
exactly.
Uber. They targeted him.
Exactly. They were just going up and beating this brother for no reason. Well, no, they was going up and beating this brother because that's how much hatred they have towards us. They have so much hatred towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And the crazy thing is, our people still try to love these people. They still try to show love to these people. But what love are they showing towards our people? What love are they showing towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? What love? Because if our people think that's love, then, keep on going.
The suit alleges Roseau and the group violated murals, civil rights, and seeks civil damages for physical and emotional distress. This, quote unquote, this attack left me with both physical and emotional injuries, while I am still trying to heal. I hope that this healing will be broader than salving my own wounds, Merrill said in a statement. Quote unquote again.
Hold on. You said they left me with emotional injuries.
Right.
But our people already have emotional injuries. We're already destroyed enough. But they're just packing on more punches. Right?
I feel like this brother maybe thought that things were sweet.
Right, he probably did.
Things were good. He's chilling by the library. He don't got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, he thought he was going to have a normal day thinking that everything was sweet. Right. That he was just going to be able to chill here in America, be able to be comfortable here in America. Right. And nothing that our oppressors weren't going to beat him. He was thinking that in his mind that, they ain't like that. We just got to forgive them. That they ain't like that. But what our people are going to start to understand and see is that no matter how many times we forgive them, they're never going to change their ways of how they treat us. They're never going to change their ways. They're never going to change how they view us. They're never going to try to be equal with us. Never. Because they don't want to be equal with us. Our oppressor is not going to change his mind on how he feels about us. He's always going to feel that way. He's always going to feel hatred and coldness towards us. Always. And that's something that our people really need to understand. That's something right there that our people have to take grasp, because these people are not going. Our oppressor is not going to ever change his mind or try to love us or try to show love towards us. They've always and only shown hate towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These people think, our brothers and sisters think that these people are showing love whenever they get a day off of work. Whenever their oppressor lets them get a day off work, you're like, yeah, finally, man, y'all show me some real love. They must really love me. But no, they're not showing you love. They got you asleep, thinking that it's okay to even have you working these hard jobs all week with no rest, almost no rest. Our people are so destroyed that we only looking for a day. We looking towards a day off. We're looking for that day off. We stuck looking for that day off. And really, we need to be looking to gather together. Gather together. That's what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to be doing. Gather together and turn back to the Most High. We trying to work for our oppressors, but we should be working for the Most High. But keep on going. You was reading ahead, weren't you? Yeah. Okay, keep on going. I know you talk. I can see you reading. Like, go ahead.
I don't understand why this happened.
Kind of go ahead.
It's quote unquote. As a black man and an educator, I feel like every black and brown child is my own. If this lawsuit helps keep even one of them, one person safe from violent white supremacists, some justice will have been served.
Oh. You know what's crazy is this brother thinks that this is gonna do something that he's gonna be able to win this or win. He's gonna be able to sue them, and he's gonna be able to win. What he's gonna come to realize is that the oppressors are also on the oppressors are all together. They're all on each other's side to come up against Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's gonna try to do everything he can to try to debunk them, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Keep on going. Because it's not gonna work because our oppressor, the judge and them, they're gonna find some way to be on their side. They're gonna find some way to be on their people's side. And this is why we cannot go out and be on our own. We can't. We have to join together because that's the only way we're actually gonna be able to see justice here in America when we start to join together. Because we can't just go in and try to, like our people, we go and try to vote thinking that it's gonna change something. We go and we try to do all these other things thinking that it's gonna change nothing except join together. The thing that'll actually change something. The thing that'll actually do something about our problem. We've tried everything else but joining together under the Most High to keep the Most High's law, statutes, commandments. We've tried everything else but do that. But keep on reading.
Patriot Front is a known white supremacist group. I'll read that again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Patriot Front is a known white supremacist group.
And they're a known white supremacist group. You know what's crazy is if you think our oppressors really wanted them to stop what they was doing, they would have already been stopped. Because they probably have a lot of things that go against them. But they would have already been shut down. We keep on going? Go ahead.
You know, and the quote before what I just read,
okay.
He's talking about how he feels that Black and brown children are his kids, and if this lawsuit can help to save him, to like keep him away from, to like set a restriction from these white supremacists, so that they stay away, and so justice will be served. So I think that's why he's teaching as a Black musician. Damn, Spanish one.
You said musician.
As a Black musician and as a Black teacher, he's teaching Black and brown children. And that's why these dudes are coming up against him, because they want, like they
don't want him to do that.
They don't want him to do that.
They don't.
They just got this shit from saying there are no supremacist group. It's trying to keep them away, like this lawsuit.
Exactly.
Our
Our oppressors don't want us to learn who we are. They don't want us to help each other. They want us to stay scattered out and abroad. That's what they want. They want us to shut up and they want us to be quiet and work. Go and work. But things have not been the same since COVID hit. Since COVID hit, things have not been the same. Right now, we are in the point where we are going downhill. Everything's gonna go downhill for our oppressor. We're at that point. You're gonna start seeing a lot more Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans standing up for each other, Lord willing. But like a lot of things, like a lot of stuff like that, probably gonna start seeing more of it because we are coming out of the time of our captivity. Commanding General Hanna said he's like, you better not mess with Israel while they're coming out of their captivity. But stop messing with Israel while they come out of the captivity, because it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. Like, man, it's a glorious thing to see things like that. Brothers and sisters gather together and come together. Like, especially going to the Passover. What's running through your mind when you go to the Passover? You see all these brothers and sisters coming together and gathering together, and you don't see them fighting at all. You don't see them hating each other. You see them coming. You see them coming together to solve anything. Any problem that goes on, if there's any problem that goes on, it's solved because brothers and sisters come together to solve it. Like we got to be more like that to be able to come together. You good? You looking at something like it's like, oh,
I had a comment.
that was just a comment.
Oh, I don't know.
Or was it a
They
question?
might be bigging you up.
Huh?
They might be bigging you up.
I don't even know. I don't really care. I know. But yeah, we've got to come together because I mean, imagine how hard it was. Like imagine the Passover, how much brothers it took to get that all together. I mean, it got done, didn't it? We was able to have enough brotherhood for that to get together. Now imagine if just a few or one brother had to set that all up by himself. It probably wouldn't have got done. To be honest, because that's a lot to do by yourself. That's a lot of stress to put on one brother. And the ant under that much stress cannot stand alone. He end up being squished.
Right.
But a bunch of ants under that much pressure might be able to withstand. But they'll most definitely withstand. I mean, it's like an ant when he carries something. You don't see one ant carrying. Most of the time, you don't see one ant carrying something by himself. You see a bunch of them little man carrying all these things together. You see them carrying like a potato chip or something together. You don't see him carrying it by himself. And that's what's going to take here. We can't all do this by ourselves. We have to gather together and do this together because it's going to take a whole nation of people to do this. It's going to take a nation to build a nation. Go ahead.
That's I like that you mentioned that about the ants.
Oh.
Because when they if they do come across something
By themselves.
extremely heavy for them,
Yeah.
they cut it in pieces and carry it piece at a time, all of them.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
That's way too much.
Yeah, they got that what you call it? What's it called? The century line or something like that?
So,
Yeah. Yeah, they got that line going. They start passing it, or no, they don't even pass it. They actually all walk together, all going through the same struggle. But yeah, like one brother he wouldn't be able to set up Passover by himself. That's why we have a bunch of brothers to be able to go up and help help the brothers. We have a bunch of brothers to be able to do these things. So imagine, like I said, imagine what happens if we all gather together. How much things we could get done. How much we can accomplish. We could get so much things done. It's true. We could probably end up doing things like going to a whole nother planet if we all just came together. But right now we are down bad. Right now we are in the ghettos because we want to follow after our oppressors. We want to do what our oppressor says. We want to join with our oppressors. Right now is the time not to join with our oppressors, but the time to gather together and join with our brothers.
Right.
That's the time we're in. We need to gather together because the Lord is giving us a chance. He's showing us signs that it is time to gather together. He's giving you signs. And at the end, if you want whatever side you pick, there's a side you stuck on. But keep on that scripture because should we use an article? Sure, hold on the article.
I started with the Patriot Front is a known white supremacist group.
Okay, yeah, keep on going.
Patriot Front is a known white supremacist group which has advocated for a white ethno state in America. Has been declared a hate group by the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Mm-hmm. Now that's a hate group. That's a hate group right there. That is a for real hate group. That's
go out there and assault and attack
mm-hmm.
with the intentions to hurt somebody.
You know, they go out there to try to harm brothers and sisters. But what's crazy is we're called a hate group, but we don't go out hating our brother. I mean, we don't go out. Yeah, we don't go out hating our brother. We don't go out killing people. We don't go out bashing people's heads in. We don't go out hitting people with shields. No, we don't do any of that. But we're still considered a hate group. Go ahead.
That's why they're it says which has advocated for a white ethno state in America.
Mm-hmm. They don't take certain races in. They only take the other oppressors in. No, they don't bring us in there. They don't want us in there.
Ethno state, like it says here in the definition, a country populated by or dominated by the interests of a single racial or ethnic group. And the example that they give is some white nationalist movements envision an ethno state as the ideal. So they want that white supremacy back.
Yeah, they are on that type of stuff. On the white wall. Yeah, they are on the white. Yeah, they are on that. But we're not on that. Well, I mean, we're not over here talking about color. We don't care about a skin color. Here in Isupk, we don't care about skin color at all. We don't go off your skin color or how you. What we go off of is your bloodline. Your bloodline. You go off your bloodline from your father's side. That's what we go off. It's not about nothing. Is about your skin color. But the reason we say that, I don't know if we're going to get into that. I was going to say the reason we, because we are kind of getting into that though. Because I am going to be talking about that is kind of what the lesson is. We're going to be talking about, the destruction of our oppressors. Like he's got something coming for him. Like that's why that scripture says, "Though hand join in hand." Kanye's 11 and 21. Yeah, let's continue reading the article. We'll get into that and see.
Over 30 members of the group, including Rizzo, were arrested last June, a few weeks before the Boston March in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, on charges of conspiracy to riot at a pro-LGBTQ rally in the town.
Hold on. Because now the LGBTQ, our brothers and sisters are out there just thinking that them being able to go and change their gender or doing whatever they want is love and happiness. Yeah, that's love and happiness, but really they're just making themselves a target for the oppressors. Our oppressors are not able to target them and go after them because of the choices that they're making. Like the Lord is not with them and is not protecting them because of the actions that they're committing. The Lord is not with the LGBTQ community. He's not with the he's not with the alternative lifestyles. That's what I say. He's not for the alternative lifestyles. So of course he's not gonna back them up whenever they need help. So really they're just making themselves an open target. But keep on going.
It's quote unquote Patriot Front's demonstration in Boston were racially motivated and the product of considerable planning and coordination. The suit reads, Patriot Front members who marched on Boston's Freedom Trail and in the shadow of historic Boston building and landmarks were primed and ready to commit acts of violence against any perceived opponents that crossed their path.
Oh no, that says any perceived opponents that crossed their path. Any perceived opponents. Really. And they was just going up against Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans that crossed their path. Like their the agenda is really just to go up against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I mean, they're read that again. It says they were ready to do what?
And ready to commit acts of violence.
Hold on, they're just ready to commit acts of violence. People are ready. Well, what does the Bible say about our oppressors?
As far as like violence goes,
Mm-hmm. It says the what?
that their words are smooth as butter.
Now, yeah. The words are. I mean, yeah, the words are smooth as butter, but war is in their heart. Yeah, that. Yeah, actually, yeah. The words are smooth as butter, but war is in their hearts. Like these people are ready to come up against Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. In their mind, they're ready to. They're in their mind, they're coming up with ways to come up against you, to destroy you. They're coming up with ways to unalive you. Like they have the way they think, they're thinking about. I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to say that. They're thinking about unaliving you. That's all they got in their heart. Like that. What they want to do is just really come up against Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what they want to do. Their agenda is not to have peace or to show love. This says war is in their heart, and it's always going to be in their heart. They're always wanting to come up against you, to come up against Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans because they've never or never will have love for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And that's the part our people don't understand because they think there's the chance for them to have love and maybe be friends and maybe be equal with them. No, we need to stop trying to be equal with them and join together and stay separate. We was better off being separate. We was better off being separate than trying to join with them. Wow. Because trying to join with them have destroyed Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Have destroyed us. And that's something we need to learn from. Joining with these people have destroyed us. And that's something we got to teach our children too. Something we got to teach our people. Because they don't understand that these people, joining with them, is just always going to lead to destruction. That's all it is, a destruction towards us. But keep on going. Are you still on the article? Go on, keep on going.
Morrell claims in the suit that he continues to suffer emotional distress from the attack, including routine nightmares and flashbacks.
Yeah, those brothers having flashbacks. Routine nightmares and flashbacks. Imagine having a nightmare of you getting jumped every night. You try to get some sleep, but you can't because every time you go to sleep, you have a nightmare of you getting beat up. You have a nightmare of you being unalived. Now imagine what the brothers and sisters that was in slavery went through. Imagine. Because them having to see their brothers and sisters being hung, being put on fire. Seeing brothers and sisters unalive daily. Imagine what they went through. Imagine the suffering they went through. Like imagine the nightmares that they had. The nightmares and the flashbacks that they had. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have not recovered from that. We've not. Go ahead.
I'm going to say, typically lynchings or assaults like that, they're not, if you want to say anything about gang culture, they're not about just scaring somebody. That's not the intention. The intention is to get rid of it.
Yeah, it is to get rid of it.
And him surviving it, that's what they added to that PTSD that he already had being enslaved.
Exactly. Exactly. How old was that brother? How old is his brother? I don't think it said how old he is.
I think
No, it don't say how old his brother is, but yeah, brothers and sisters will have nightmares and flashbacks of the things that we have been through. We've been through a lot. Black Hispanics and Native Americans have been through a lot. We have not recovered. Some people have not recovered from slavery. I know Cap. I think he had a class on it. Was it Cap? Maybe it was Officer Kabar. I think it was Officer Kabar. He had a class on that.
PTSD.
Yeah, about the PTSD and all
I
that.
think that was awesome.
Yeah, that was Officer Kabar that did. But keep on going. Nobody has been criminally charged.
Nobody has been criminally charged for Miro's beating.
Yeah, look at that. They're not even charging these people. Exactly. Now think about it. You see, these people beat that brother and they didn't get charged. So think of what will happen if our brothers and sisters didn't stick up for that one brother that was being beaten. Those people would have never been charged for it. Nothing would happen. They would have went on their way, went on their day, and had a normal day. It would have been a normal day in life. But because brothers and sisters stood up for that brother, now multiple charges was pressed. Yeah. Like, think about it. Nobody was going up against them. They had beaten that brother, and what happened? They just got right back on their boat. Like nothing happened. Like absolutely nothing happened. Keep on going.
But an investigation is still open. Local prosecutors told the Associated Press, Human Rights First, a nonprofit which has joined the suit, said it is intended to stop the organization. Quote unquote. One way we can check the growth of anti-democratic extremists in the United States and the associated violence it engenders is impactful litigation like this case. Human Rights First attorney Lika Yango said, by using the courts to bring a measure of accountability, we hope that the senseless trauma brought on Charles Miro can result in not only justice, but profound positive social change.
Now, we all know that our oppressors really don't think that. They always say some things. They really don't think that. The truth is, our oppressors really probably don't care about those brothers oppressing that brother. I mean, not those, but those oppressors oppressing that brother. They probably are rooting for it. But they most definitely are. They're rooting for it because they don't like us. They really don't want change, and they're really not worried about them. They're really not worried about trying to dumb them down, trying to stop them. They're not worried about it. They're probably the ones giving them money to be able to go on with that organization. They're probably giving them money to be able to stay afloat. But keep on. Go ahead.
These human rights organizations and this Human Rights First, that's what they call.
Mm-hmm.
They want to hold this man accountable in hopes that it would stop them.
In hopes.
But talk like that's
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Anybody who knows about
History.
even in the last decade, everybody trying to get justice for other brothers that got shot, that brother that got lynched.
And when have they ever got? Yeah, when have they ever got justice?
Right. There's no accountability.
They might say, oh, we're gonna try to do something. We're gonna try to get justice. But we're gonna try to get you justice. It's okay. It's okay. But no.
At this point, my PTSD indicates that this is a bunch of bull.
Exactly. They're not gonna really do anything. like the Bible says, the words are smoother than butter. They're selling you out a lie. They out here telling you, we're gonna be able to do this for you. We're gonna try to give you justice. We're gonna try to stop them. I mean, our hopes are to stop them, and so they're not out here bullying or out here unaliving blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But but really behind all that, what's really going on is and we're all for it. Let's just destroy these people. We want they're coming to a point where they're not even afraid to show how much. Well, they've always been like that, but they're showing their hatred boldly, and they always have. But our people have still, for some reason, decided that we should join with them, join hand in hand with them. We should forgive them, and maybe they'll change.
I love this is great propaganda. That's why people still want to join hand in hand, because they see that and they're like, "Oh, look, there's hope right there too."
That's crazy.
It's a deception.
It is a deception. They
500 years longer, right?
400 years. 400 years. Maybe not 400. It's been 400 years.
A long time.
It's been a very long time, but
We got kicked out of Jerusalem.
yeah, that's crazy. You're right about that. Our people have looked at this to be something that's like, man, there's hope right here. Maybe we can get justice out of this. Maybe we can do something like
That was a good voice. Yeah.
oh yeah. That's exactly what our people do. They're like, yeah, the white man. No, we can't do that. Like, no, we've got to stop the thinking that we can change these people's mind. We could go in and get these people to love us. It's never gonna happen. We've got to get that poison out of our minds. Got to get that drug out of our system, because we keep taking more and more of it, trying to believing in it. We keep chasing after that dream, and it's not gonna ever come. A dream is never gonna happen. We chasing after a myth, something that'll never happen. So the best thing for our people to do is turn back and follow the law, statutes, commandments, and join together. Join together with our own people. We can continue on to the Proverbs 11 and 21. Come on, yeah, you can exit it.
Proverbs 11:21, right?
Come on.
It is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
But yeah, though hand join in hand, though we join hand with our oppressors, they will not be unpunished for the things that they have done against Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And it's crazy because a lot of our people come up against us and say that we're doing this because of skin color. We're going to that we hate them because of skin color. No, this has absolutely nothing to do with skin color. This has absolutely nothing to do with skin color. Absolutely nothing. The water. I just needed that. Like, this has absolutely nothing to do with skin color. But this does have everything to do with the crimes that they have done, that these people have done against Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It has everything to do with that. Think about all the crimes that they have done against Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They try to say we're the thieves, that we're the murderers, and we're the thugs. But really, they're the greatest thugs on earth. They're the greatest thugs on earth. Nobody has stolen more land than our oppressors. Who has stolen countries? Exactly, not us. But our oppressor has. He has most definitely stolen countries from people. I mean, he stole He stole a lot. He stole ideas. He stole a whole the culture. He stole a whole identity from a nation of people. That's how much our oppressor has stolen. Nobody has stolen more than him. Who was killed more than him, than our oppressors? Nobody. But you do have the oppressor who has a lot of who has a lot of marks on him, who has a lot of receipts on him. Our oppressor has a lot of receipts on him. The transatlantic slave trade. We killed a bunch of tens of thousands of Native American brothers. That did happen. Slavery killed tens of millions. Actually, it killed millions of Native Americans and millions of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native. He killed millions of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Our oppressors did that with the transatlantic slave trade, with the slavery. There's other ones, but they're not coming to me right now. But our oppressors are the greatest murderers on the earth. And to this day, he still kills us. To this day. To this day. I mean, he stole this land from our Native American brothers and put them on reservations. Put them in a little circle. Put them in somewhere on a little piece of land where now they're out there smoking weed and getting drunk till they can't remember because of all the things that they lost, because of all the pain and suffering that they've been through. Like, our oppressor causes the most trauma. And nobody who's there's nobody who's caused more trauma than him. I'm like, dang, this man let off 2 nukes off on a whole another country and caused pain and suffering for other nations. Our oppressors are just the whatchamacallit? They are just they're the cancer in the earth.
Right.
And they have to be scorched out.
Right.
They have to be burnt out. And that's what the Lord's finna do. He's finna burn them out with the thermonuclear warfare. Finna burn them out. Because that's how you get rid of cancer. You gotta burn it out. Finna burn our oppressors out. Our oppressors have a judgment coming for them. They have something coming for them. And the Lord will not let them go unpunished. Not finna let our oppressors go unpunished. Just know that. But what our job is to do is we got to pick the side that the Lord wants us to pick. We've got to gather together with our brothers. Got to gather together. Got to gather together under the Most High. Because the Lord He is giving you a sign to choose right now. He's giving you the answer too. He's giving you the answer to what side to choose. Saying choose a side that to join with your brothers. Choose that side to come here in Isupk and join with your brothers and follow the law, statutes, commandments. Don't choose a side that's going to get you unalived. You choosing all these other sides and you finna not make it. But keep on going.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Right.
Those who do right shall be delivered. Those who come together and keep the law, statutes, commandments will be delivered. Those who endure to the end. Endure to the end. Those who come together and keep the law, statutes, commandments and endure until the end. Those ones will be delivered.
That's right.
But get Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 1.
Okay.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 1. You know what? Come on. We're going to end on these.
I'm there.
No, my bad. 13 and 1. Hebrews 13:1. It's like, yeah, but we're gonna end on it. Carl, go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 1. Let brotherly love continue.
Let brotherly love continue. Brotherly love is going on here in ISUPK. We have brotherly love for each other. We have brotherly love here in ISUPK. And it's continuing on. Since 1969, brotherly love has been continuing on. You good? You laughing over there. Oh, but yeah, brotherly, I don't even want to see him, but brotherly love is continuing on over here.
Right.
We have brotherlyhood love for each other since 1969. Right. You come up here in ISUPK, you're going to learn how to love each other, how to show brotherhood love, or brotherly love to each other. Because out in the world, brothers and sisters do not have love for each other. But seeing the things that happened seeing the thing that happened on the dock, that gave hope. That was hope. Because that's love for your brothers. Not thinking about yourself, but protecting your brothers. And that's the spirit that we have here in ISPK. Protecting your brothers and sisters. And not thinking about yourself. Not thinking about getting your own gain. Not thinking about doing everything for yourself. Because that's what a lot of people in the world have. But here in ISPK, we have love for each other. Yeah, hold on. Why they do that? But yeah, I mean, how you love your brothers is really is following these law, statutes, commandments. That's how you love your brothers. What is love?
Follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
It's to follow law, statutes, commandments. That's how you show brothers love. By dealing with your brothers according to how the Bible says, according to the laws. That's love. Not going off and doing your own thing and following a feeling. That's not love. Because look where following our feelings have gotten us. Following our feelings has gotten us to follow after our oppressors. That's where that's gotten us. And look how destroyed we are because we followed after our feelings. Because we wanted to follow after our feelings and follow after our oppressors. Right. And we've got to keep these laws touching what? Is something going? Oh, we've got to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. This is what we got to do. We got to keep them. We've got to love one another. That's what we got to do here in ISBK. Let's see. But keep on going.
Okay. Verse 2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Hold on. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Like, you've got to be careful how you treat your brothers. You got to treat all your brothers with respect and love. Because, what did I say again? For what? For thereby what?
For thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Because you don't know if they're one of them. You don't know if you going up to a homeless brother and you treating him all poor and bad. Could be an angel. You don't know if that could be an angel. Or that could be a whole angel and you treating him like nothing.
Right. Like
the Lord is out here. He's seeing your characteristics. He sees what you do. He has a report on. He has angels reporting on everything that you do. And you could be out here. There could be a whole angel out here, act disguised as the poor man to see how you would treat him, to see how you react, to see what you do. You'll be out here seeing what you're gonna do, You're not out here seeing if you're really true about this truth, to see if you really true, if you really out here about that, if you really about helping your brothers and sisters. That's what we have to be careful and treat all our brothers with respect. We have to treat all our brothers with care. If you see a brother needs help, help the brother. Help that brother. Because you don't know. Don't treat everybody with favoritism. I mean, I was like, don't treat different people with a certain favoritism. Treat everybody like they're your favorite. Treat everybody like they're your favorite. Because you never know if it could be an angel. You remember when we was at camp?
Yeah.
You remember that brother?
Yeah.
The Hispanic brother that we had to help?
Yeah.
You know, that could have been a whole angel.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
That could have been a whole angel. And think about it, if we would have treated that brother wrong and said, nah, man, we ain't helping you. We're not finna help you. Find your own way, old man. Like, think about it. If we would have said that to that brother.
We let brotherly love continue.
Like, we let brotherly love continue. And what do? We helped that brother. We helped him get to where he needed because he was far from where he needed to get. And if we wouldn't help him, nobody would have. He was.
And by the way, so like I said, by the way he approached us.
He did approach us.
There were other people around who came to us to ask us for directions.
He sure did. There was a bunch of other people, but he came to us. That is crazy. That is, wow.
We were ready to go immediately.
And we was ready to help this brother immediately. We have to let the brotherly, we have to let the brotherly love continue.
That's right.
We have to let it continue. We can't treat each other like crap. Instead of, we have to be like the brothers and sisters that was on that dock. We have to have that kind of spirit, willing to help our brothers when they're in the time of need. In the time of need, we have to be willing to help our brothers when they can't help themselves. We got to be willing to help them.
So,
Go ahead.
that, like, what happened at that dock doesn't mean that we instigate violence. Just,
No, we ain't about
I heard
like that.
something deep the other day. I forgot what I heard. It was on my phone somewhere.
Go
He
ahead.
said, have respect for the man beside you and protect the one behind you. We don't instigate nothing in the UPK. We don't instigate violence. We don't promote that shit.
No, we don't promote violence.
So, love to our brothers and sisters. We do it through the scriptures.
We do exactly what the scriptures
Through the
do.
Bible. Our law, statutes, and commandments. We ain't not here to cause no.
No, we're not here to.
There's somebody
Exactly.
coming for that.
I like how you did that. I like how you did. You said there was somebody coming for that. We're not out here to go out and we're not saying to go out and pick up a sword and go off and hurt our oppressors.
Right.
We're not saying to go do that because our weapons of warfare are not carnal.
That's right.
We're gonna go. What we are gonna do though is we're gonna go out here, out in the streets, and we're gonna go out here and bark the truth. We're gonna go out here and tell the truth of what our oppressors did. It's funny because a lot of people think we're teaching hate. We're really just telling them what our oppressors have done to us, and they see it now like, oh hell no, like, that's hate.
But our objective when we go out there is to bring some knowledge to our brothers and sisters.
Exactly. Let's bring the knowledge. Yeah. Let's bring the truth out to them.
Right.
Bring the truth out of what's really going on out here.
Just by speaking.
Just by speaking.
Don't take action or don't get physical.
No. And they out here saying we teaching hate.
Yeah.
They out here saying we
But you know
hate
when they
it.
do that though? That group that the ones that we read the article about, they just saw that brother out there.
Yeah.
And they went and attacked him.
Exactly.
That's hate.
That's hate right there.
violence.
Now they are for real hate group. We're not a hate group. We're not out here saying that you should go and and beat up your the oppressor. No, no, we're not saying that at all. I mean, they do got a judgment coming for them, but it's coming from the Lord. That judgment is coming from the Lord, because the Lord said vengeance is His. We're not coming out here and gathering with fork lifts, or no, not fork lifts. What are those things? Pitchforks.
Yeah.
We're not out here with pitchforks and swords and guns and knives, out here ready to unalive our oppressors. No, we're not doing that. But we are going to tell the truth of what our oppressors have done to us. That's what we're doing. We like we're like the little child. You know, when a big child, or like you have brothers that always fight, right? Well, you have the big brother that ends up hurting the little brother, and now the little brother out here screaming and crying like, oh, and the big brother trying to get him quiet, like, shh, shh, shh. He's like, be quiet. But we out here like, nah, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna go out and tell Dad what you did to me. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come out here and tell, and we're gonna hurry and tell the truth, and show our brothers what's really going on. Then give them the knowledge, like you said. But yeah, we've got to be careful on how we treat each other. We got to treat each other with. I don't know what's going on outside, but we got to treat each other better than what we do today, because a lot of our brothers and sisters, we don't treat each other right, and that's why that was so rare. What happened on Montgomery, in Montgomery, Alabama. That's why it was so rare, because we are we're formed to forgive our oppressors, to do nothing about that. When we see another brother get beat, we're formed, or we're trained to do absolutely nothing about it, to mind our own business, to leave it alone. When we shouldn't be leaving alone. We should be helping our brothers. We should be helping our brothers with their struggles and their problems too. That's what we got to do. We got to stand up as a people. We've got to join together, like the Bible says. Gather together, O nation not desire. Because nobody is going to do it for us. Nobody else. So we got to come out together and fix our communities. We got to come together and do that. And people who come against that, man, they don't want to see black people come together. They don't want to see black people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans come together. They don't want to see us thrive. They want to see us struggle. People who come against that are coming against the Most High, and they don't even realize it. They're going up against the Most High when you come up against us here in the Isupk. You're saying that, nah, it's okay for brothers to smoke weed. They should stay on drugs. They should go out and kill each other. You're agreeing with that. You're saying it's okay that the brothers. It's okay for brothers to go out and murder each other, because we're in here now. We're telling brothers to stop doing that. We're telling brothers to stop harming each other, stop unaliving each other, stop killing each other, stop hating each other. That's what we're telling brothers to do. Stop hating each other. And you come up against that. You coming up against us. You really coming up. You really saying that you don't want brothers and sisters to stop hating each other. You really don't want brothers and sisters to stop harming each other, stop unaliving each other. You don't want brothers and sisters to get off drugs. You don't want sisters to stop being whores. That's what brothers and sisters don't realize they're coming up against. They're telling us not that what we're saying is wrong, but what we're saying is 100% right, because it's coming from the Lord. What we say is not of our own words, but of the Lord's. But with that, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. With that, we pass it fast. I also Tazia. Shalom. Which one? Damn, bro. Damn, why did you already know how to give it to me?
It's so good.
I didn't even think about this.
These are the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry, ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, in the book of Malachi, chapters 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'asharah means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The memorial of blowing of trumpets. This takes place on the first day of the 7th month. That will be Friday the 15th, September 2023. You can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapters 23, verses 24 to 25. A reminder to any brother that wants to be a trooper in a school, you're required to wear all black. That includes boots, shirt, pants, headscarf, and that includes the Isupk security announcements. Capio. Capio. Done.
Are we done? I think it was right. We said can oppress us follow the Malachi's commandments, and we really can't because it wasn't given unto them. But let's go. All right, everybody. Imagine, which means to stand. Sorry, turn to face the front. I'm going to turn to face the east. I'm sorry, which means to turn to face the east. I'm going to read the Lord's Prayer in the last one, Kodash.
Abanawa. Shabashmaya. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malafika. Taba'a. Ratzaika. Hayah. Aisha. Baharatza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashmaya. Latanawa. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakinawa. Kabawatinawa. Kasalakinawa. Kabawatinawa. Wala. Tabayanawa. Manasayawan. Abba. Awashayanawa. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Bahala. Watapara. Layawalanyam. Amen. What we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Sorry, turn the face in front. Okay, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Individual Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Brakatam. Yajim Mitzah. I'm going to turn and face the sisters to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Individual Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yahushua. Yajim Mitzah. Class dismissed.